Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope all is well with you all. I hope that you're having a good start to your Thursday, right? Thursday. Sorry about the glare in here. It's super sunny out today. It's super sunny, which is good. I can deal with sunny. Sunny's cool. Snow is not cool. I'm totally over that stuff. But um, today, let me talk about a few things first. I got two albums from Vinyl Me Please. Now that, if you guys don't know, I have the Vinyl Me Please Classic, which is a whole different subscription service that they offer. So I have two records each month now, which is cool. It's $20 more, but it's music, man. Music isn't. I don't consider that wasting money. Music is an awesome investment. Because it's something that will always stick with you. It never leaves. It never judges. So I don't consider that a waste at all. So go out and buy a shit ton of music. No. But first off, let's recap to last night. Worship at the church was fantastic. It was a great sermon. PK does great sermons. He's very involved with the congregation, which I love. I absolutely love that. I'm all about getting the congregation involved in the sermon. I think that's huge, and that's a big point that we need to put across to people. It's not just like you just sit there and listen the whole time. No, you're involved, and you should be involved. You shouldn't be just like sitting back and not taking anything from it. You need to be involved in it because that's what sticks in your mind. Not necessarily the other stuff doesn't, but I mean that stuff sticks out. Like, oh, he made us do. That's what people talk about. But he preached about kindness and how that's how we need to solve the problems is through kindness, love and kindness, and not through hate or anger or anything else. And he had us do a couple exercises. The first one, he's like, okay, find like 5 people and go up to them and say, I'm so glad you're here. So everybody got up and went around, and then he preached about something else, and he said, okay, now find 3 people and show an act of kindness, which is like a high five, fist bump, anything you want to do. And the reason he said that is because when you do all that stuff, it makes you feel good, it puts a smile on people's faces, people are interactive. And that was the whole point of the sermon, is that it feels good, it feels good to be kind, it makes people's day, it makes your day, it makes my day. But I had a great conversation with Travis before service. If you guys don't know who Travis is an amazing human being. It's a great person. Travis is Amy, who is our younger preschool. I don't know the exact title. You know me. She looks over like the preschool, things like that. It's her husband, and he's had a lot of music background, so I talked to him a lot, and he's a very cool guy. He's super funny, always comes in with a smile on his face. He's never disappointed, never upset, just a great person. We talked about, he said, wow, where am I at, and he's like, you looking for a job? I'm like, yeah, you know what that is, it sucks. But I said, what I'm really thankful for is that I'm being used here, is that I can be present in this space. And that with PK being new, I'm totally flexible with him, and I can do whatever he needs me to do, which I love. I'm glad I can be that for them now. And that's what I always wanted, to be completely present in the church. And I'm glad I can do that now. It's not a lot of money, but I'm happy where I'm at, It's not about the money. It's not about, I want this. No, as long as I'm happy and I love going, which I do, that's a win in my book. I'm happy. And he said, I told him why I left Goodwill, because I was being used. I'd had enough of it. I wasn't being respected. I wasn't being, I did so much work and they never acknowledged me. They never acknowledged anybody, anybody, not just me. So I just had enough of it. I couldn't do that anymore. I couldn't do it. And I I said, I'm glad I can be present here. He's like, yes, you're being used by the church. And I said, yeah, that's true. He's like, that's much better because I was wearing my Corporations Aren't People shirt yesterday. And he's like, unlike being used by a corporation. Like, amen, man, amen to that. He's like, being used by God, that's what we want to be used by. And I said, yeah, you're right, yeah, absolutely. Being used by God is what He wants, you know. We are made in His image, you know, and we can be present and be ourselves, and that's how we respect Him and be used by God. And I thought that was a great conversation. That was so cool. Being used by God, that was a great analogy. I loved it. And the band played very well. We have some great singers on Wednesday night. I know I don't talk about Wednesday a lot, and Mary has been harping on me about it. You always talk about Sunday, you know. I love Mary. She's an awesome person too. But no, Wednesday we have a new singer in our group now. Her name's Lexi. Or there's two Lexis now, so it's Lexi 2. But she's a young person, very young. She's about yay high, you know, super short. But when you look at her, you would think, how she can sing this? I want to see this, you know. And she blew me away. She blew me away. She blew everybody away. She had a beautiful voice, beautiful, strong voice. And God works in mysterious ways, man. Wow, that was amazing. And how last week I said she could sing right up with Bailey, who is another very strong singer. And they complement each other very, very well. And but we had Lexi 1, and then Megan, who I also really enjoy. But they like we always have 2 people each time, along with Mary, and those 2 are very good too. They're not as strong vocally, but they can really express themselves, because not everybody can sing like, you know, to the moon and back. You know, everybody has different gifts, and she has a great voice. They both do. They both do a fantastic job. But like I said, the band was great last night. It was great balance. We had Immersion again, which is the first time PK has experienced it. So that was very cool. Great song selection. The mood was great. I mean, the balance in the band was fantastic. It was good. It was a great service. And after worship, I talked with Mary, and we talked about a number of things. Talked about the GPS, which is coming next week. I'm very excited. I hope that people take away something from it. And for those of you that don't know what GPS is, it's not GPS like the navigation. That's not. GPS is guided prayer service, and I'm kind of heading that. It's a I mean, I'm not heading it, but I'm a big part of it, you know. It's all about meditation. It's all about being present, taking a step back, and just taking God in, you know. And I brought up the idea. I said that I told them I do meditation every day, and they came up with the idea. Let's do like a guided prayer service, and you can be the head of that, and you can, because there's gonna be 3 different times that we kind of meditate in the service, and this is just like a test run at this point. So it's kind of just a chance to say, did it work? Did it not work? You know, stuff like that. But I'm very excited. I hope people take away from it. I know the first time people think I can't sit still for like 2 seconds, but it takes practice. It does. It's not something that you can do overnight. It takes time. It takes time to just sit and do nothing, you know. It's not an easy task. Your mind is always racing. You need to control it, you know, and not think about tomorrow or earlier in this day. No, don't think about it. Right here. What are you doing right now? And so I'm excited. I talked about that, and I talked about how we talked about the Corporation shirt. She's commented on that. And I said, I never used to be a very vocal person. She goes, really? It's like, oh no, never. I told her in elementary school through high school, I was very quiet. Didn't like to ask questions, didn't like to raise my hand, didn't like to be noticed. You know, I didn't want to cause waves, you know. But I said something changed that, and I talked about my bad relationship experience and how that affected me, and how it was horrible. It took a chunk of me that like I told you guys a lot, I never get back. I'll never get that chunk back. But a lot of good came out of it. Not in the healthiest way, not in the way I wanted it to approach me, but I told her that I was very vocal against my family, and I said, like, if we couldn't hang out one day, it would just be like, I'd get the shaft, why don't you talk to your parents? This is bullshit, constantly. And I don't know, looking back, I don't know how I didn't see it, but I was blinded, man. I was blinded. We talked about that for a little while, and I said, yeah, she always told me to speak up against my parents. Like, if you think this is wrong, don't sit back. And I said some shit I shouldn't have said, I said a lot of shit I shouldn't have said. And I told her that, I'm like, it wasn't the best way to get me out of that shell, but it sure as hell did, and God helped me with that, It was a good thing for me to know. I say, hey, if you disagree with something, stand up. You have every right to stand up, Don't sit back, because then you become part of the problem too, by not getting involved. So that's why I'm very vocal now with a lot of stuff with my shirts, with what I talk about here. I'm very open person. And I don't care, That's the thing. I don't really care what people think. It's not important to me. I don't care what I think, What I wear, what I do, that's the only thing that matters. I don't care what you think. Say whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not going to change anything, But she was blown away by it. She thought, like, wow, that was crazy. Yeah, it was a crazy time. God, it was a crazy time. Stupid mistake I should never have made, but in the end, I wouldn't be this person. I wouldn't be here in front of you guys. I probably would have never made these videos. I never would have been vocal on politics or different issues, I guess. Not necessarily just politics, but different issues. I probably never would have been that. I would have been the shy person, I would have never changed. So I guess I can thank her for something, But I forgave her a long time ago. It took me a long time to do so, because I thought, gosh, she did this to me, But that was just a grudge, I held that on for a long time, and it's bad to hold grudges against people. Because it just eats you alive, man. It sits there. But eventually I did forgive her, I said, Jake, you have to, you have to forgive these people. And I did. And I'm glad I did. It was something that I needed to do to get off my chest, so I'm glad I did. But to move this video along, I got a couple records to share with you. You guys didn't see this last time. If you can see, the glare is horrible, I guess. Well, I don't know, maybe you can't. But it says the final tour. This is the Miles Davis, the little booklet that didn't come. Well, it was supposed to come with the thing last week, but it didn't. That's not where it came. But it's cool. It's a little book. It's like a little booklet. That's really cool. It talks about different stuff. It talks about the concert, and this is cool. It's about like 15 pages or 20 pages. That's sweet, though. I like that. That's a cool idea. So that's cool. I'm glad that they got that. William Bell. I don't know who this is. The soul of a bell, which is really, really cool. I don't know if this is color vinyl or not. Who knows? I've never opened this. No, it's standard black. Nothing too fancy. I don't know who this is. For those that do know, I'm sorry. I don't know who this is. But I will jump on this. I will look on Spotify and see if I can find out some information about him. I'm sure I will. It's just one of those things. I'm sure I will find out information about William Bell. So that's cool. The record of the month is Arctic Monkeys. This is a good album. This is a great album, actually. Whatever people say I am, that's not what I'm not. That's kind of a tongue twister. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. So whatever people say that you should be, that's not you. You know, that's cool. There's the album artwork on the back. I didn't take it out yet. It's kind of cool. It's very great artwork. If I can take this out without, this is just like a little thingamajig. But yeah, let's do the artwork. Ooh, it's on a nice like how to I can't. It's not glossy. It's the opposite of that. It's a very cool feeling. Great paper. Wow, that's pretty impressive. The vinyl is amazing with this pressing. I was gonna tell you right now, it is freaking sweet, guys. I mean, it is so cool. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. I don't know if you guys can see the black in there, but it's also looks like smoke. That's sweet, isn't it? It's got cigarettes in the middle. That's cool. That's freaking sweet. That is a great pressing. And I always tell people that whenever they press color vinyl, none of them is the same. It's always different. The design that they do isn't consistent, you know, and that's what makes each one of these what's it called? Each one of the pressings very unique, you know. That's what and that's what makes it so cool. So yeah, that's a great pressing, but. Arctic Monkeys, whatever people say I am, that's not what I am. Or what I am just kicking the bucket here. Whatever people say that I am, that's what I'm not. There we go. 180 gram vinyl, very heavy pressing. Comes with a lyric booklet in there too, which is cool. So I got some listening to do, man. I got some listening to do. So yeah, I got some albums coming Monday that should be here. Very excited for those two. I will share that with you when they come. But I'll let you guys go. If you're in Minnesota, it looks nice out. I don't know. From looking out my window, it looks nice, but I hope you guys have an awesome day. Peace and love. I will speak to you all again Monday. Let's shoot for Monday.